Guys, it's Jen from This Mama's Kitchen. I'm just saying hi. It's been a little while. Just out heading to the store for a bit. Thought I would do a quick video. So I was sick last couple of weeks, unfortunately, so I had to postpone my November menu a little bit until I was feeling well enough to be in the kitchen. So that all worked out, but it's the first time in a couple of years I've had to do that, so that was unfortunate. There's a lot of nasty viruses going around right now, and we're not immune to it. None of us are. So getting over that. So I thought I'd mention a couple of things. So unfortunately, because of having to push my last menu, it also pushed getting my Christmas menu out. And there's really, from the time that I posted it and everything, there's only about a week to order, which is really too bad. I was hoping to have more time, for people to peruse and to buy when they like, instead of having to have a short time frame. But I do have another job and other obligations, so I can't just be in the kitchen at any given time. Unfortunately, it's all planned out. So today is Friday, December 1st, so orders need to be in by December 3rd, Sunday night, which is fine. So it'll give me a week or two to kind of get things ready. Those orders will be ready for December 16th. So for anyone who doesn't know, I normally do prepared meals every month, but for the month of December, I like to change it up and do something much more fun and festive and creative, which is a holiday gifting menu where I hand make all kinds of things that are inspired by the kitchen, that are giftable and decorated and ready to gift, which is so much fun to me. And I know it's fun for you guys too, because then you can buy something that's unique and tasty and definitely well priced. Everything is under $16 except for one item, $25. That's a new addition to my menu for Christmas that I've been wanting to do for actually quite some time. I've had my eye on it for at least a year, and I finally bit the bullet and decided to buy everything to make these without even having any orders. But it's scented pine cones that can be used as fire starter, which is, I think, really interesting. So I had a friend, she was out winter camping, if you can believe that, even though the weather's been pretty great, but it wasn't great that weekend. Anyway, she was out winter camping in the woods up in Lanark, and so she grabbed me a whole bunch of big pine cones, so they're dipped in wax. They're different colors. There's red, white, and green, and then they're scented with essential oils that are all Christmas inspired, and then there's cotton wick wound throughout the pine cones, so they're almost like a candle, sort of. It's all non-toxic and able to burn. So the thing about them is they're beautiful. They're really pretty to look at. You can put them in a bowl. I actually sprayed them with edible glitter as well, so if you look at them closely, you can see it. There's glitter on them too, which is really pretty. So they're really just pretty by themselves. But you can use them as fire starter too, which is cool. So you can put them by the fireplace. You'd have to I was actually thinking about calling clean sweeps to just double check about that. You can most definitely use them outside an outdoor fire pit. So I will double check about that. But anyway, so they're a really fun addition to the menu. And then I also sourced some fresh eucalyptus, which is beautiful and smells amazing. So I've got eucalyptus bunches for sale too, and then cookies in a jar. There's a new flavor in there, and then I've got for this year, and then I've got peppermint bark popcorn. It's a large 8 cups in a bag. What else? I've got one of my favorites is simmering potpourri. but it's also doubles as a mulling spice. So I hand dry pears and apples and oranges and cranberries, and then I mix it with cinnamon sticks and cardamom and star anise and clove, and it's just beautiful. It looks beautiful. It's all in a mason jar, and it's such a pretty gift to get. It's all decorated too. Such a pretty gift to get, but also such a fun thing to use as well. So if you're going to have it as a mulling spice, you can mull wine, or like red wine, which is what I do, or apple cider. So you just put probably half the jar. It's a 500 ml jar, so you could use it half the jar and do a batch, get a couple of batches out of it. And so if it's wine, you can just simmer it lightly for a few minutes, turn off the heat, because you don't want to cook off the alcohol in your wine, but then you just let it steep in the spices and the fruit, and you can stick it in your fridge. You could even serve it warm, which I do. I drink it warm. It's lovely. It's very Christmas. But honestly, personally, I love that any time of year. I could drink that any time of year. Same with the apple cider. You do the exact same thing. You can just heat it up with the spices and the fruit in the cider, and then just let it steep for a while, and it's delicious. So that's the mulling spice part of it. But then you can also use it as a simmering potpourri, which is you put the contents of the jar in a pot of water on your stove, and then you just bring it to a boil, turn it down, and then just let it simmer. And over time, it makes your house smell like Christmas. And the cool thing about it is that you can let it simmer all day long, and you just keep adding water to the pot. You can even, and I've done this, I did it for an entire weekend last Christmas, put the lid on it, let it stay on your stove overnight, just let it sit there, and then in the morning, turn it back on. Keep adding water, and it will continue to scent your home. It's lovely. It's such a fun and lovely way, and it's pretty too, to scent your home. So that's a really fun gift, and it's only like $12.95 for a jar, and it's beautiful, and it's a really nice little stocking stuffer or hostess gift. I'm also selling compound butters, which can be used over the holidays, really any time of year. You can even freeze it. But I've got an orange cranberry butter and a brown sugar cinnamon butter, and there's 4 or 5. Maple butter, that's one of my favorites. Garlic parsley parmesan butter, and then there was one other one. Of course, I can't think of it at the moment, but they're delicious and beautiful and fun to have. So that's, you can spread it on toast, you can spread it on fruit cake, you can cook with it, like so many things, fresh bread. So that's a nice little gift. And then another really big seller last year is this gingerbread loaf with gingerbread glaze that I make. Hands down, best thing I've made in forever. Like, it's ridiculously good. I can't even tell you how good it is. It's so addicting. And then again, beautiful gifts. So you can freeze it and give it when you're ready. You can freeze it and pull it out on Christmas Day, whatever you want, or if you're going somewhere. It's a really nice hostess gift, like I said again. So that I wrap and I tie it with red and white twine. It's so pretty, and it's got a tag on it. Like, everything's giftable. It's really nice, just a fun things to buy at Christmas time that's a little bit different, and it's not expensive, and it's a nice thing to have for yourself or to give to somebody else. So there's other things on the menu, but those are some of the things that just stood out that I thought I could tell you about. So that's my Christmas menu. It's out every December. I really wanted, and this is sort of like a dropping a hint maybe for next time Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving roll around, but I would love to make a Christmas dinner. I love making turkey. I make a really good Christmas dinner with a couple of unique items too. However, I work at the hospital like the whole entire the rest of December after the 16th. So I can't pull it off this year, which is too bad. But anyway, so that's basically it. I just thought I'd drop you guys a quick line. There was one other thing but I'll save it for another video, I think, because it's a completely separate topic. So I'll let you go for now, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, love you. Bye.